very good example, if you all of you are aware of, कि generic marketing, there are many tricks and skills that good marketing brings good sales. But actually, the fundamental truth above all of this is the classic example of Durandar, where if you just see Akshay Khanna just based on talent. What I'm trying to say is when you have a good product, the marketing, the word of mouth, your sales is automatically a byproduct of creating a good product. The first step towards getting great sales is to solidify your product and what is the target market. Why are you creating? What are you creating? And for whom are you creating? To define that.
Okay. Can you just brief us more about what is Shine Knowledge series?
Sure. So, Shine Knowledge series is something that we started years ago because we thought that there were certain topics that each person out there needs to really, really talk about, right? It could be topic related to your home, it could be topic related to your work, it could be topic related to all types of relationships, any type of finance, any type of concerns, any type of daily things that you face in life. We talk about that, but we don't actually discover anything in it. What we are doing through Shine Knowledge series every month, every alternate month actually, is that we try and have these conversations where we make people think. We don't just ask people to talk, we make people inquire, think, ask the right questions to themselves, and then figure out whatever they want to figure out. Most of the times, with those questions, they figure out something and they're able to create something in their lives, whether it is work, home, or anywhere, that brings in the fulfillment that they've been running behind for so long or feeling the lack of for so long.
आने वाले समय में स्टूडेंट्स और लीडर्स को कौन से स्किल्स पे ज़्यादा ध्यान देना चाहिए?
आने वाले समय में स्टूडेंट्स को फ्यूचर में, अगर हम फ्यूचर की बात करें तो हमें ये लगता है कि पहले इंसान अपने आप को पहचाने और ना कि एक ब्लाइंड दिशा में जाए जहाँ पर उसको पता ही नहीं कि उसको क्या करना है। इन शॉर्ट, एक इंजीनियर बाद में जाके एमबीए करता है और फिर दूसरी फील्ड में चला जाता है और आपकी डायरेक्शन बिल्कुल लॉस्ट है। इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर ईच एंड एवरी ह्यूमन बीइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड हु दैट पर्सन इज, who you really are. And when you know who you really are, that's where you will listen to your core, and that core will tell you what is it that you can go out there in the world and create a bigger and greater future, not only for yourself but for people around you, for the nation, for the community, for everyone around you.
इस कॉन्फ्रेंस से आज से सबसे बड़ा टेक अवे क्या है?
So देखो, मुझे क्या एक्चुअली पर्सनली लग रहा है ना, इज दैट जनरली कोई भी चीज़ अगर हम करने की कोशिश करते हैं, देर इज स्टीरियोटाइप्स, देर इज अ फिक्स्ड तरीका ऑफ डूइंग एवरीथिंग। लाइक अगर आपको कुछ प्रोडक्ट बनाना है तो अब पहले आप लोग रिसर्च टीम में बनाते हो, अगर प्रोडक्ट बेचना है तो आप डायरेक्टली मार्केटिंग में फोकस करते हैं। बट बेसिकली व्हाट आई हैव अंडरस्टूड इज कि व्हेन you want to contribute to the world, like there is this ikigai concept that is there, in which what you are good at, what you are passionate about, what makes you money, and what contributes to society. When you can integrate all these four elements, automatically there is a sense of fulfillment in the heart, the fulfillment in the wallet, and the fulfillment in society. So basically कॉन्फ्रेंस से हमें ये मालूम पड़ने मिला है कि दुनिया के लिए अगर कुछ कर रहे होगे तो खुद खुश रह पाओगे। थैंक यू।
फ्यूचर रेडी होने के लिए स्टूडेंट्स ने हमसे क्या करना चाहिए?
देखो, मेरे पास तो बहुत सिंपल आंसर है। फ्यूचर रेडी होने के लिए हर स्टूडेंट को पहले खुद को जानना ज़रूरी है। जब तुम कहीं जाते हो, किसी से बात करते हो, तुम्हें खुद नहीं पता तुम क्या हो, तो तुम कैसे किसी और को बता सकते हो? हम लकी थे कि हमें शायद कोई अच्छा मेंटोर मिल गया और उसने बताया यू नो व्हाट, आप ऐसे हो। लेकिन हर कोई लकी नहीं होता ना, तो खुद किसी तरीके से खुद को जानने की कोशिश करना बहुत ज़रूरी है, क्योंकि कल अगर कोई आपको आकर पूछे कि आप क्या कर सकते हो हमारी कंपनी के लिए या इस दुनिया के लिए, आप उसका जवाब दे सकते हो। और उसके लिए मेरे पास एक ही आंसर है, क्योंकि उसके लिए हमने बहुत साल काम की है, मेहनत की है और कुछ बनाया है। उसे हम पर्सनल असेसमेंट टेस्ट कहते हैं, एंड दैट इज़ एग्जैक्टली व्हाट वी वांट टू डिस्कस विद एवरी स्टूडेंट जो यहाँ पर है या जो यहाँ पर नहीं भी है।
आज के यूथ को इस तरीके की कॉन्फ्रेंस एजुकेशन सिस्टम के लिए क्या इम्पोर्टेंस रखती है?
बोलिए समझ जी।
इस तरीके की कॉन्फ्रेंस एजुकेशन सिस्टम के लिए क्या इंपॉर्टेंस रखती है?
इस तरह की कॉन्फ्रेंस हर एक कॉलेज, हर एक इंस्टीट्यूट, हर एक स्कूल, हर एक जगह पर जहाँ पर नॉलेज इम्पार्ट होता है वहाँ पर होना चाहिए, क्योंकि ये कॉन्फ्रेंस सिर्फ कॉन्फ्रेंस नहीं है, एक सेल्फ अवेयरनेस है हर एक इंसान के लिए जो अपने आप को, अपनी क्षमता को समझे और अपने लिमिटेशन से आगे बढ़ के समझे कि वो है क्या, और ना कि भेड़ चाल में चल के एक सर्वाइवल मोड में जिए। सो ये एक अवेयरनेस है हर एक इंसान के लिए, ये कॉन्फ्रेंस।
आजकल के यूथ में आप कौन सा स्ट्रेंथ देखते हो ज़्यादा?
एक चीज़ बोलूँ तो व्हाट आई जेन्युइनली बिलीव इज एक सेंस ऑफ इनेट एक जिम्मेदारी है टुवर्ड्स सोसाइटी। अभी मैं बताता हूँ, दिस माइट साउंड वेरी कंट्रोवर्शियल टू से बिकॉज आज के जनरेशन को एक्चुअली परवाह नहीं है किसी चीज़ का, इज द अजम्पशन, बट एक्चुअली वो क्यों परवाह नहीं है इज बिकॉज दे आर रिजाइंड, but they are not resigned because they don't care, they are resigned because they don't know how to contribute. अगर आप उसके अंदर का कंट्रीब्यूटर पहचानते हो, फंडामेंटली आई प्रॉमिस यू ईच यूथ वांट्स टू कंट्रीब्यूट टू सोसाइटी, बिकॉज उसको जब कोई उस पर भरोसा करता है ऑटोमेटिकली उसको मन करता है या नेचुरली उसको मन करता है दूसरों को कंट्रीब्यूट करने का। बट एक फंडामेंटल इशू है कि उसको कंट्रीब्यूट करने के लिए लोग नहीं है, तो वो कैसे किसी और को कंट्रीब्यूट कर पाएगा। तो बेसिकली एक ही चीज़ जो एक इंसान को चाहिए इज़ एक फुलफिलमेंट खुद के साथ, तो वो अगर मिल गया वो कंट्रीब्यूट करने को रेडी हो जाएगा।
One last question. We want to understand more about Victor Manickam Foundation. So, how can someone reach out and what are the activities we are going to conduct on that platform?
So Victor Manickam Foundation is an organization that wants to contribute to different aspects of society. हम चाहते हैं कि एक ऐसी सोसाइटी बने जहाँ पर इंसान खुद को पहचाने, इंसान आगे बढ़ सके और हम एक इन्वेंटेड ह्यूमन बीइंग बनाएं, चाहे वो प्रोजेक्ट मोचन के थ्रू है जहाँ हम प्रिजनर रिहैबिलिटेशन करते हैं, चाहे वो ममता के थ्रू है जहाँ पर विमेन एम्पावरमेंट के प्रोजेक्ट्स होते हैं, मंजिल जहाँ पर हम बिजनेसेस को एम्पावर करते हैं, माध्यम जहाँ पर हम
एजुकेशन सेंटर
एजुकेशन ग्रोथ पे फोकस करते हैं। हमारे सारे प्रोजेक्ट्स, सारे इनिशिएटिव्स एक ही काम करना चाहते हैं कि सोसाइटी के अलग अलग एस्पेक्ट को फोकस करके, हाईलाइट करके जितना कंट्रीब्यूट कर सकें और एक क्रिएटेड, इन्वेंटेड ह्यूमैनिटी और फ्यूचर बना सकें। दैट्स व्हाट विक्टर मानिकम नॉलेज ग्रुप इज।
Hi, my name is Naman Bhanushali. I am currently the CEO for the Foundation Day, which is the day on which this organization came into existence. We celebrate it on the 17th of January, and I also am a human design educator that leads classrooms for the Victor Manickam Knowledge Group. The Victor Manickam Foundation actually focuses on 5 projects that look at impacting the entire world in areas of education, in areas of entrepreneurship, in areas of addiction, in areas of rehabilitation, and the crux of it is to create impact in these areas through self-awareness. So the purpose of having this Future and Beyond conference is to get all the people in a single place where these people are responsible for creating leaders of the future. We have educators inside, we have teachers, we have placement officers, we have CHROs of companies. So basically a gathering where people decide where the future of the youth lies, where the leadership graph of the world or of India in particular or of the city in particular is going, and how do you decide or how do you create something that benefits to the future of these leaders or creating these leaders in the future.
What are the changes you are expecting through this conference?
A very big change through a very subtle difference inside would be change of perspective, shift in how young people out there in the world are only looked at or measured through their strengths and weaknesses, through their skills, and from there the perspective shifting to seeing them as humans, seeing them as people who could be taught how to develop skills, but acknowledging and recognizing the core human being that exists in every child and every student, and trying to harness and nurture that.
Okay, what is a simple and powerful message you want to send it to the youth of today?
Everything that is needed to do good in a corporate or in an employable setup or in a business setup can be learnt with this one ground that is yourself, and knowing that everything else can be learnt. So do not focus on building the skills, building your CV into something very strong. Just focus on knowing what is inside and try to channel that into building the skills. And I think that will be a much better trajectory.
One last question. आप क्या communication करना चाहेंगे जिन्हें English as a language is not comfortable but वो industry में कुछ करना चाहते हैं?
सबसे पहले तो मन से वही निकालो कि इंग्लिश नहीं आती है. इंग्लिश से कुछ नहीं होता है. वो सिर्फ एक मीडियम, एक टूल है जिससे आप बात कर सकते हो लोगों से, बट बात दूसरी लैंग्वेजेस में भी होती है. आपको सिर्फ पता होना चाहिए आपको क्या कम्युनिकेट करना है, आप क्या हो. कोई भी लैंग्वेज में करोगे तो वो अपने आप वहाँ तक पहुँच जाएगी सामने बात. तो डू नॉट फोकस ऑन इंग्लिश एज लाइफ और डेथ. इट्स नॉट दैट.
I am Victor Manickam, and I am the chairman and founder of the Victor Manickam Knowledge Group. If you were to ask about how do I introduce myself, I would say that I am a product of first three women, my mother, my wife and the daughter. So three of them have made me the person that I am in terms of compassion and leadership and understanding human beings. The second is the men in my life, correct? I would say my father, my son, my sons-in-law, the other sons that we have, and the whole people that have contributed. And then of course my teachers and mentors. So then what you say is, how would I would say that what is the kind of person I am? I am a person who believes in possibilities and brings out the best about any human being that interacts with me. I make sure that their best comes out. So if you want to know what to do with me, is to meet me and be assured that the best of you will come out.
Thank you, sir. Today we've gathered for the Future and Beyond conference. Is it okay if we ask you what is the purpose exactly of this conference?
Future and beyond is like the word only talks about the future and beyond. And every year we'll be doing this future and beyond. Is unless you are future ready, the possibility is that you are extinct. So you've got to be future ready. The purpose of this conference is to create a collective community of CHROs, that is industry, human resources, the training and placement officers, that is campuses, and bring them together in such a way that collectively we make the students who are future leaders prepared for the future and be the ones who lead the future rather than have these students be impacted by the future. Because future is what is created by the youth. And if we let them know, so it is our responsibility as senior people in the society to awaken the best out of students and let them know that they are the leaders of tomorrow and not the followers of tomorrow. That's the purpose of this conference.
Thank you, sir. Sir, as a teacher for over 25 years now, where do you think is the future of education itself?
Interesting question. I think when I say the future of education has to move from putting stuff inside the brain to bringing out stuff from inside the heart. We need to stay with the fundamental model of the pedagogy that is most important, which is an ancient pedagogy in the Patanjali Yoga Sutras, which talks about Shravan, Manan, Nididhyasan and Sadhana, and map it with the Panchakosha of Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya and Anandamaya. Basically to say, education has to go towards having a clean heart, and how to bring forth a clean heart so that you can express comfortably the truth rather than use the brain to manipulate the truth, and impress people with some stuff. I think that's where education goes. Because knowledge, information, everything, you don't need colleges. Today the internet can give you more information than any college classroom can hope to give you. But the college classrooms need to awaken the people to bring out their heart and have freedom with their heart.
Lovely, sir. What is human design education? I have two questions here, sir. What is human design education, and how do you think human design education can contribute to humanity at large?
Interesting to compare to the previous question. we have education for everything. How to drive a car, there is a course. How to build an engine, there is a course. If you look at anything, there are certifications and courses for everything. But what it takes to be a human is left to people to find out on their own. Human design education is a fundamental design course to understand what it means to be a human. It is the design of a human, and it is a universal design. Within that, there are variations, deviations, and distinctions for each individual, but it is important to understand. And in understanding that design and in getting educated to that design, it awakens those possibilities, which is what I was telling in my answering in my previous question, that classrooms, if they can adopt to human design education, the classroom itself will be a transformational experience rather than an information download. And teachers will have to grow to impart education from the human design aspect. It works harder. In fact, to explain what is human design education, people participate in the program over 100 hours and a year and 3. To discover the whole of yourself is a hard work. It begins with 100 hours and goes to at least 3 years.
It's interesting that you bring up 100 hours to 3 years. That is my next question. If you could just please shed a little bit of light on the different initiatives and the products and services that your company has related to human design education.
So we begin with one of the things is just join a 3-hour program, which is 1,000 odd rupees for a 3-hour online seminar. From there you can graduate to a 6-session program of 6.5 hours. Then you can graduate an 100-hour program, which takes approximately 12 weeks. Then from there is a 1-year program. Then there is a 3-year program. It depends the extent to which you can commit to know yourself and discover yourself. At the end of 3-year program, you are just comfortable with the world, you know. You understand, you are not irritated, frustrated. And like Mahatma Gandhi said, you discover the access of being the change rather than wanting to change the world. Most of us want to change the world, and we also know that you have to be the change, but how to be the change? I mean, at the end of 3 years, we are able to say, this is how you are being the change, and the world around you will change. You create your own world. That's the whole thing that happens.
So last question, Hindi and Marathi में please answer कीजिएगा कि how does the regional population of our country, the regional people, do they have access to what you're teaching? आप वो कैसे आएंगे, कैसे करेंगे?
See, सबसे बड़ा तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि आप कुछ भी सीखो तो प्रयत्न करके आप अपने मातृभाषा में ही सीखो, क्योंकि उसमें एक अनुभव है, उसमें एक भाव है. इंग्लिश तो एक प्रयत्न होता है. इंग्लिश तो हमारी मातृभाषा नहीं है. हमारा देश में किसी भी इंसान का मातृभाषा इंग्लिश नहीं है. वो ऑफिशियल लैंग्वेज है, क्योंकि ग्लोबल कॉम्पिटेंसी के लिए चाहिए होते हैं विश्व में जीने के लिए. तो हमने प्रोग्राम्स तैयार किया है, हिंदी में है, इंग्लिश में है, मराठी में, गुजराती में. तो लेकिन मैं कहता हूँ कि हमारे कोर्सेज में लोग इंग्लिश में आते हैं, तो हमारे प्रोफेसर टीचर्स जो है, एडुकेटर्स है, वो विभिन्न भाषा जानते हैं. तो इंग्लिश में भी जब बताया जाता है, भाव जो है, हिंदी में कहते हैं ना, भावनाओं को पहचानो, शब्दों को मत पहचानो. शब्द इंग्लिश होते हुए भी भावना तो देशी ही होता है, और वो समझते समय इतनी आसान हो जाती है कि हम देखें जो कभी इंग्लिश बिल्कुल नहीं समझते, हमारे क्लासरूम में आके बैठे हैं, वो हिंदी में वार्तालाप करते हैं, संवाद होता है हिंदी में विवाद होता है, लेकिन अंत में उनको संभावना प्राप्त होती है. तो ये जो कोर्सेस है वो भाषा आधारित, भाषा युक्त या भाषा तृप्त नहीं है, ये भावना तृप्त है, भावना आधारित है और भावना युक्त है. तो फर्क ही नहीं पड़ते कि कौन सा भाषा आपका है. दिल का भाषा में शब्दों का व्यवहार नहीं होता है, अनुभवों का व्यवहार होता है, और ये अनुभव के साथ जीना सीखना होता है. तो फ़र्क ही नहीं पड़ता है कि आपकी भाषा क्या है. आप अपने मातृभाषा में सोचो, आता भावना वहीं आती है. यू नो, कैसे कहते हैं, इट्स वेरी गुड, वो इंग्लिश में वेरी गुड, गुड, एक्सेलेंट, आउटस्टैंडिंग होते हैं, बट जब आप हिंदी में बोलते हैं दिल छू गया, उसको आप ये स्केल 1 to 10 रेटिंग स्केल में नहीं डाल सकते. वो एक दिल ही दूसरा दिल को समझते हैं कि कितना छू गया या मेरे को समझ में आ गया. तो वो जब कहते हैं समझ में आएगा, भावना पहुंचा, ये सब चीज़ों का इंग्लिश में पूरा अनुवाद नहीं है. देयर इज़ नो ट्रांसलेशन इन इंग्लिश. तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि हर एक जन अपने मातृभाषा पे गर्व करो, वहीं पूरा अनुभव होता है. इंग्लिश तो जरिया है कुछ बातें समझने के लिए.
सर इसी भावना पे 2 लाइन हमारी मराठी ऑडियंस के लिए.
मराठी ऑडियन्स की खरं म्हणजे काय, मी मद्रासी आहे, तर माझा मराठी एवढं छान नसणार, पण काय मी मुंबईमध्ये आहे. मी माझं पूर्ण जीवन मुंबईमध्ये आहे आणि त्या 4 वर्ष पुणेमध्ये मी इंजिनिअरिंग केलं आहे. खरं तर मराठी आणि तामिळचा एक विशेष संबंध आहे. संभाजी महाराज जे शिवाजीचा पुत्र आहे, त्यांच्या नावावर मद्रासी लोकांचा सांबार आहे. त्यांच्यासाठी पहिल्यांदा सांबार बनवलं आहे. तो सांगायचं म्हणजे काय की हे मराठीचे जे भाव आहे ते देवनागरी स्क्रिप्ट आहे. देवनागरी स्क्रिप्ट म्हणजे 900 वर्ष पूर्ण, लाईक 900 वर्ष अगोदर ते सुरू झालेले आहेत. आणि त्या भाषामध्ये एवढं हिस्ट्री आहे, एवढं भाव आहे, ते जर कळलं आम्हाला तर ऐकून घ्या तुम्ही इंग्लिशमध्ये, पण त्याचा अनुभव मराठीमध्ये घ्या. हे संभव आहे. आम्ही किती लोकांसाठी मराठीचे प्रोग्राम केले आहेत. आमचा प्रोग्राम मराठीमध्ये आहे. आमचं एड्युकेटर्स आहे जे मराठीमध्ये शिकवतात. हे प्रोग्राम लाईव्ह कॉन्व्हर्सेशन आहे. सर्व प्रोग्राम हिंदी मराठी इंग्लिशमध्ये आहे आणि थोडीफार प्रोग्राम तामिळ गुजरातीमध्ये सुद्धा आहे. पण हिंदी मराठी पहिल्यांदा मी इंग्लिशच्या नंतर मराठीचं ट्रान्सलेशन केले आहेत, त्याचा अनुवाद नंतर हिंदी केले. कारण माझ्या बाबाने सांगितलं की ज्या जाग्यावर तू जन्म घेतलं, शिक्षण घेतलं आणि तिकडे पैसे कमवलं, ते जागाचा हक्क आहे की तू त्या जागाचं भाषा बोलायचं. तर मला असं वाटतं की आम्हाला वाटलं नको पाहिजे की काय रे मी मराठी आहे, ते इंग्रजी लोकांबरोबर कसं कसणार. ते वेळ गेलं. तुमचा भाव मराठीमध्ये असलेसुद्धा इंग्लिश लोकांना पोचतो. मी हे न्यूयॉर्कमध्ये बघितलं आहे, लंडनमध्ये बघितलं आहे, जर्मनीमध्ये बघितलं आहे. तुम्ही उभे राहून मराठीमध्ये बोला, तुम्ही लोकांना समजणार. भाव पोचतात. भावाचा शब्द नाही, भावाचा काही नाही, त्याला लँग्वेज नको, त्याला स्क्रिप्ट नको. भाव पोचतात. तुम्ही कोणत्याही भाषेत बोला, भाव पोचतात. कारण जसं की मी आता माझं मराठी तुटलं फुटलं आहे, पण भाव पोचतं ना, म्हणजे तसेच तुमचा भावसुद्धा पोचणार. आणि बोलताना तुम्ही आता कोण शुद्ध हिंदी बोलतो. आम्ही मराठीमध्ये बोललं की इथे कुठे जायचं आहे, पुढे जाऊन राईट घ्या, असं नाही सांगता मी. उजव्या जा, डाव्या जा, नंतर स्ट्रेट जा. म्हणजे आता आम्ही सर्वजण जे मराठी बोलतात थोडंफार त्यात इंग्लिश टाकलेलं आहेत ना, तर इंग्लिशसुद्धा थोडंफार मराठी टाकून बोलायचं. ठीक आहे. आम्ही मराठी बोलताना थोडंफार इंग्लिश टाकतो, तसेच इंग्लिश बोलताना थोडंफार मराठी टाकायचं, संपलं. तसेच जो शिकवतात त्यांनासुद्धा माहिती आहे कसं हे टाकायचं. भाषा नको रे बाबा, भावना हवा आहे.
My name is Siddhant Mahajan. I am the Group CFO of Victor Manickam Knowledge Group and the business head of Business Design Education. Today we've gathered here for Future and Beyond. इस कॉन्फ्रेंस में TPOs हैं, CHROs हैं, TPO Training and Placement Officers, CHRO Chief Human Resources Officers in Organizations. हमारा मकसद ये है कि स्टूडेंट्स का फ्यूचर हम ब्राइटर करें इस कॉन्फ्रेंस से. About the Shine Knowledge Series. Shine Knowledge Series is a 3-hour webinar, also a seminar. It happens both online and offline. We have 42 topics that we cover. 18 टॉपिक थोड़े पर्सनल एस्पेक्ट में होते हैं और 24 टॉपिक बिजनेस के एस्पेक्ट में होते हैं. टॉपिक्स लाइक पेरेंट चाइल्ड रिलेशनशिप, द आर्ट ऑफ मैनेजिंग मनी, प्रेशर एंड स्ट्रेस वर्सेस कंट्रोल, पावर एंड कंट्रोल वर्सेस प्रेशर एंड स्ट्रेस. एंड अभी जो हमारी अपकमिंग नॉलेज सीरीज़ है वो जनवरी 10th को है, पेरेंट चाइल्ड रिलेशनशिप पे. वन ऑफ द रिलेशनशिप्स दैट इज़ द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट रिलेशनशिप इन आवर लाइफ. हम उसमें देखते हैं कि कैसे प्रोटेक्शन और इंस्ट्रक्शन से इट लीड्स टू गाइडेंस एंड एक्सेप्टेंस. तो आप ज़रूर आइएगा उसके लिए. 17 जनवरी को हमारा फाउंडेशन डे आ रहा है. उस पर सेंट्रल थीम है रिलेशनशिप्स. सबके लाइफ में बहुत सारे रिलेशनशिप्स होते हैं, उसमें क्या क्या करना होता है, किस तरीके से बिल्ड करना होता है, वो सब चर्चा होने वाली है उस दिन को. एंड पीपल ऑफन आस्क मी दैट बिजनेस डिज़ाइन एजुकेशन, व्हाट इज़ दैट, व्हाट आर यू डूइंग एग्जैक्टली देयर, बिकॉज आप ह्यूमन डिज़ाइन एजुकेशन को बिजनेस में कैसे अप्लाई करते हो. So the answer for that is that we've often in MSMEs, when we work with MSMEs, we figured that the patterns, the obstacles, the delays, everything that the business owner feels with themselves is something that shows up in the business and reflects in the business. So our entire curriculum is designed to look at inquiring into the people of the organization in order to draw out patterns, in order to draw out structures that are reflecting in the systems and processes of the organization, even in money, because even money has being, finance has being, and any patterns and obstacles in that area directly impact the cash flow of an organization. Thank you so much.
Hello, my name is Dr. Vedika Pillai and I am the Vice President at Victor Manickam Foundation. The mission of Victor Manickam Foundation is exclusion to inclusion, and the vision is creating a new world order. Along these lines, we have 5 projects that are our key focus areas within the foundation. The first, Project Mochan. Within Project Mochan, we work on prisoner reformation and rehabilitation. There are thousands of prisoners in jails in India that are simply accused and are awaiting trial for years and years to come. We have conducted projects. We have conducted a pilot project. We have conducted a pilot project at Yerwada Jail in Pune with 30 prisoners for their reformation and rehabilitation back into society. The next is Project Masoom, where we work for rehabilitation of the children on the streets, the children in orphanages. The third is Project Mamta, which is on de-addiction. What is the methodology for de-addiction? How do we implement this? And how do we actually get these addicts who are on the fringes of society, included back into the main fold? The fourth is Project Mamta. I just spoke about Project Mamta. Yes. Okay. The fourth is Project Madhyam. Project Madhyam is for women empowerment. Within Project Madhyam, we have run projects for women's health, particularly polycystic ovarian syndrome and polycystic ovarian disorder, which are on the rise in the recent years. In India, currently, there are 1 in 5 women. In 2015, there were 1 in 5 women in urban India that were affected by these conditions. And today, it's 1 in 4. In Project Madhyam, we work for addressing this condition and working on its reversal. Finally, we have Project Manzil for social entrepreneurship. While there are so many organizations and so many ways that people work to make an impact out there in the world, data suggests that the largest impact is made by entrepreneurs. Most specifically, social entrepreneurship organizations are in a unique, have this unique ability where they can raise the money that they need for themselves and use it to impact society. Project Manzil is to build such entrepreneurs and to bring innovation. And to bring innovation as a culture in India. Through Project Manzil, we are launching an internship program in the month of April, where select students across universities will be eligible to participate in our internship program, which is 12 weeks long. Within the internship program, within the internship program, we impart the UN 21st century competencies and skills, right, on the ground to these students through a distinct pedagogy of Shravan, Manan, Nididhyasan, and Sadhana. This curriculum consists of various things spread across these 12 weeks, right from questionnaire administration to data analysis to deep financial accounting to seeing how a business actually works, to raising global awareness, etc. The intention of this program is that the interns go from learners to leaders and eventually are the global leaders from this country. Foundation Day. Okay. Our Foundation Day, next year in 2026, our organization completes 16 years. It's our 15 years. It's our 16th Foundation Day on the 17th of January 2026. Each year we have a certain theme around which this day is structured. The next year, the theme is going to be about relationships. Relationships at home, relationships at workplaces, relationships with friends, relationships as a construct in a person's life. This is one of the most key aspects to our existence as human beings. And we have an elite panel, we have keynote speakers that are going to be coming and sharing about their extensive experience and sharing their insights, having discussions about this spoke of our life, that is relationships. We are also running the event on 17th of January is a charitable event, and these 5 projects that you just heard about, the proceeds are going to go entirely towards Victor Manickam Foundation for these 5 projects. And we look forward to seeing you there.
Thanks for asking that. I'm Gaurav Gupta. I am working as lead HR for Animal Health Division and Corporate Functions at Boehringer Ingelheim, India. I am in HR for last 14 plus years now. I graduated from XLRI Jamshedpur and I hold a BTech in Computer Science and Engineering from NIT Bhopal. Beyond my academics, I enjoy Latin ballroom dancing. I am a passionate runner and I am also pursuing my law as of now.
Okay, lovely, sir. Can you please let us know more about the FAB conference and how you are associated with the conference today?
Sure. So this conference, as they call it, FAB, which is Future and Beyond, is about how students can become more ready for the industry, and it's very close to my heart as a topic because I also feel there's a lot of gap when we look at the current academic setup and the industry requirements. So that's what I understand of this conference, and it's been a truly wonderful experience to be here.
So you were also the panelist and you have also given as an individual contribution. So can you please talk more about how was the panel discussion and overall experience?
Sure. So I think our panel topic was, would you prefer someone even without degree? So does degree only account for readiness, or you will consider someone if they are coming with the skills but they don't have degree? I think it was a fantastic discussion. I, Brian, Sanjeev, Neha, along with our moderator, Professor Sudhakar, it was really fantastic to discuss this topic. What I personally believe is that while degree is not the necessity, but at some point the accreditation need to happen. So either the acknowledgement of knowledge comes from the degree, or if it's not degree, then organization need to define a accreditation process, assessment process on which a candidate need to qualify. So at some point the testing of knowledge will happen. In what form and shape, that can differ. So is degree really necessary? Not really. But do you need to qualify to get that job, or you need to be capable? Certainly yes. So that's what is my take on the topic, and I really loved the different perspectives we heard from each of our panelists and moderator.
Thank you so much. To conclude this, I would like to understand you are holding a very senior position, and what is the message which you would like to give to the today's youth when they are coming for like a new startup in their career journey, whether it's for a job or for an entrepreneurship?
Sure. So my message to them will be that be focused. Try to find out what you really want to do and then run behind it with all the energy you have got. Today, when we look at the people, the youth, sometimes because of too many career options or too many getting influenced too easily by either social media or by your friends, if you decide to keep switching your options, you will not be in position to focus, which will not lead to the outcome that you are looking for. So first find what you are looking for. If you are not able to find that yourself, then listen to your parents. That would be my sincere advice, because then they are the best judge to help you pick up at least your first level of, or the initial starting years, formative years. Listen to them, go with full energy, and then probably with time you will realize what you are cut out for. But there is no escape to hard work. There is no escape to building yourself, building capabilities. And if you have to succeed in academics, profession, or generally in life, you have to stay committed and focused. So that's my message. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Benjamin Victor Manickam. Most of you must be thinking, what is he doing in such good clothes and everything, and just another 20-year-old just like you. देखो, मेरे को एक ही चीज़ बताना है कि ये बिजनेस, ये कॉन्सेप्ट्स, ये खुद को समझो एंड ऑल साउंड्स वेरी स्पिरिचुअल एंड दिस, मेरे को बोलना इतना कॉम्प्लेक्स है ही नहीं. एक फंडामेंटल चीज़ मैं बताना चाहता हूँ इज़ रियलिटी. एक चीज़ जो मैं बेच रहा हूँ इस नोटबुक्स. अभी नोटबुक्स क्या है, एक चीज़ देखो कि हमारे लाइफ में जो पहला चीज़ अपने को ज़बरदस्ती बोला गया है इस लिखो. अभी मैं मानता हूँ कभी कभी फालतू चीज़ें लिखने बोलते हैं और फालतूगिरी में अपना टाइम बर्बाद हो जाता है. मैं चीज़ बोल रहा हूँ कि खुद का दिल सुनने के लिए लिख पाते हो क्या. आई क्रिएट नोटबुक्स विच अलाउज यू टू अंडरस्टैंड योर सेल्फ. मतलब अभी आप कभी नोटिस करो, जब खुद के बारे में कुछ आपको समझने का है, आप किसी दोस्त से बात करो, आपको लगता है थोड़ा बहुत समझा. माँ बाप से बात करो, आपको लगता है बहुत समझा, तो आपको लगा कि माँ बाप ने बिल्कुल नहीं समझा. मैं चीज़ बोल रहा हूँ कि अगर आप चाहते हो लोग आपको समझो और आप लोगों को समझो, पहला चीज़ आप खुद को समझो. खुद को समझने के लिए मैं ये नहीं बोलूँगा एक 400 कोर्स करो, ये करो, ऐसा आप आँख बंद करोगे तो बुद्धा दिखना चाहिए, ये सब मैं नहीं मांग रहा. मैं सिंपल बोल रहा हूँ, जब आप बोल रहे हो आपका जो जबान से जो निकल रहा है वो आपके कान तक पहुँच रहा है क्या. ज़्यादातर नहीं पहुँचता, क्योंकि हम लोग कैसे रिएक्ट करते हैं, किसने अपना को धक्का दिया तो अपने को भी धक्का देने का, ये हम लोग का इरादा है. मैं ये पूछना चाहता हूँ कि क्या आप खुद को एक्टिवली सुन पा रहे हो. वो सुनने के लिए एक सिंपल स्टेप है, एक नोटबुक लेने का, लिखने का. अभी वो लिखित में मैंने मास्टरी की है कि कौन सा पेपर में लिखोगे तो तुम कितने एक्सटेंड तो खुद को सुन सकते हो. वो इतना दिमाग मेरे को डालने दो ना, आप लोगों को डालने का जरूरत नहीं. A simple point that I want to make is the way to discover your expression is to create your own notebook. जब आपका खुद का है तभी आप उसमें ज़्यादा जिम्मेदारी ले पाते हो. So come, where is your zodiac book? क्या आप अपनी राशि को जानते हो? राशि क्या है? हर राशि के एक एक तरीके के इंसान होते हैं. वो इंसान पहचानने से हम लोग मालूम. अभी अपने को लगता है कि एक तरीके के लोग मेरे लाइफ में बहुत आते जा रहे हैं, जैसे अपने बाप, एक टीचर, एक मेंटर. तीनों का मतलब बहुत चिल्लाते हैं और बहुत स्ट्रांग है, पर बहुत पावरफुल और बहुत डोमिनेटिंग है. एरीज, ऐसा सबका अलग अलग है. अभी दूसरे होते हैं कैंसर. ये कैंसर राशि के कैसे है कि ये लोग बहुत सिंपल चीज़ करते हैं, ये बहुत दिल से प्यार करते हैं, बहुत सबको मदद करते हैं, बट खुद को लोग धोखा दे देते हैं. ऐसा मल्टीपल लोग का मल्टीपल कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स है. और आप सोचते रहोगे मैं ऐसा क्यों हूँ. आपको इतना सोचने का जरूरत नहीं. आपको बुक खरीदने का है और पढ़ने का है कि आप कौन है. पढ़ते पढ़ते आप लिखना चालू करोगे कि आप कौन हो. वो लिखते लिखते आपको जब खुद को मालूम पड़ेगा, आप खुश, मैं खुश, धंधा बढ़िया, आप बढ़िया. दैट्स ऑल. स्टार्ट एंजॉइंग लाइफ रादर देन सर्वाइविंग लाइफ. That's the simple fundamental thing that we want to say. We use glorificant words because we are in India and we want to tell कि you are intellectual or something. We want to say we are not intellectual, we are realist. जो असलियत है, जो दिल में वो जुबान पे. That's all we want to say. Thank you and buy your notebooks fast. जितना आप नहीं जान रहे हो खुद को, उतना आप लेट कर रहे हो खुद के फ्रीडम से. Thank you. Cheers. Now I have this one question from you. You have invested more than 5 years in this work.
Yes.
In this work of Victor Manickam Knowledge Group.
Yes.
In this time, you could have, and you are highly educated also. You have a doctorate also. You have completed your undergrad, postgrad, everything, and you are highly educated. So my question to you is, why waste so much time in an organization in which you are trying to be an entrepreneur directly? You could have get a big package and you could have done a lot of things. Why to do this work?
Okay, so first and foremost, I will talk about something that is very close to me and I thought was very not so important and for like higher grade people. And I'm not that higher grade according to me. So, right, I was not supposed to be doing that. But I learned something very important, which is purpose. When I came to Victor Manickam Knowledge Group, I had lost everything by then in terms of career and education, right? I was down to the dumps. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I had given up on life and myself, and I was absolutely lost. And that's when I found a mentor who told me, you know what, you're more than this. Like, I don't know what you are yet, but I know you're more than this. And from that to today, to making sure that I have a doctorate, I have masters, and I'm a chief product officer at the company. I have developed products, which I didn't even know anything about, by the way. That mentor has guided me through and through. And when he tells me that, you know what, you're a leader, you're an entrepreneur, I didn't doubt it for a second. I tried to rebel it because I didn't have belief in myself. And I tried to go far, far away from it as much as I could. But I never flinched for a second in his belief in me. So that's why I'm still at Victor Manickam Knowledge Group as one of the many entrepreneurs that work with them.
Excellent. So I have a follow-up question to that. See, this is all praising about how great Victor sir and all. Very good. I accept all of that. But the question that I have to you is, still, many honorable people are not rich people or wealthy people. What is the correlation with rich and fulfillment of your success in life? Where do you see? What is the year ahead?
Look, when I talk about fulfillment, I don't talk about being on the roads and trying to do social work only. Even if I'm doing social work, making sure that my tummy is full, my house is full, my family is happy, along with every other happy family, is exactly what I'm talking about. There's no fulfillment by sacrifice. So I'm not talking about fulfillment by giving up all I have, all worldly pleasures and going to Himalaya and settling over there. No, I'm talking about fulfillment in something that you truly want to do. So with having purpose, I might struggle, I might not have a standard salary of lakhs of rupees coming into my account every month, but I do have a lot of money that I can earn from what I make and from what I can provide to people. And I know for a matter of fact that people give money for that, right? So that's exactly the kind of fulfillment that I'm looking at, whether it is giving money for services that I'm doing or giving money for a belief that I have and I want to provide to the society. Money is a part of fulfillment.
Last question, sorry, just taking a little bit more of time. Which is the most prized position in this 5-year journey? Which is one thing that you say you have earned it and you are proud of it?
Prized position.
Or your biggest victory?
Biggest victory was the day I was declared as the Chief Product Officer. 3 years ago, my mentor again told me that you are a product manager. You're an excellent executor. I didn't know what a product manager is. I went abroad, I tried to study, I learned, I rebelled him and did marketing instead. But by the time I got out of that university and I tried to look for a job, I made my profile and I realized that, oh my God, I'm a product manager. I have done only that all my life. And without asking, when I came back, he said, you know what, you are our Chief Product Officer because everything that you've done is making products.